Hi everyone, it's Meryl here from the Aussie Baby Burners Travel. We travel with some friends to go up to Sydney, which we've been trying to do for ages, to see the fireworks. We travelled on Jetstar A320-200, as you can see here. We travelled out of Avalon Airport, which is about 45 minutes or so out of Melbourne. Very easy with your suitcase and body scan. We only took carry-on luggage as it was COVID, so we wanted to have as minimal contact with everyone as we could. We were very happy to finally jump on a plane. It's been such a long time, so yep, we were excited. Very easy flight, as you can see here, arriving in Sydney. Beautiful views, always nice views when you arrive in Sydney. So the first thing I suggest you do when you arrive in Sydney is jump on the airport train. It's right at the airport and you can catch the train straight into the CBD, and it's very easy to change trains as we had to. Also remember we have to mandatory QR codes. Also make sure you grab an Opal card. You can grab one of these at the train station where you catch the train into the city. The guys are really helpful. So we caught the train to Kingscross, and our hotel was off the Victoria Street entrance. As you can see, there's lifts, so it was very easy with lots of luggage. The escalators are quite steep, so just be wary of that. And the reason we stayed at the Holiday Inn in Kingscross is because of this view. So Kingscross is, it used to have a really bad reputation, but look, there are quite a lot of restaurants, little alleyways, supermarkets. There's also, oh, this is the entrance into the Holiday Inn of us checking in. There's also, it's very easy to get around from Kingscross, as I said, because basically you catch the lift straight up to the street level, turn left, and the Holiday Inn is right there. It's so simple, easy, and you can see some of the views that I've been showing you out of our window. We wanted to be very COVID safe, so instead of joining the crowds, we booked a hotel to watch the fireworks from our hotel. There was just a few of us. This is a bit of an example of what the fireworks were like, and I'll show you the rest later on. The rooms are nothing flash, comfortable, not particularly big. It was all about the view, but clean. They probably could do with a bit of a tidy up. The hotel was great, and they did give every room a bottle of champagne to celebrate, so that was really nice. One of the restaurants we went to in Kingscross, this was Glider Garden. We went there a couple of times. Fantastic place, beautiful food, great staff down one of the little alleyways. Just ask reception and they'll be able to tell you. As you can see, a huge menu to choose from. We also went, there was a great supermarket called Harbour supermarket. We went there quite a few times, and they had a beautiful selection of cheeses and wines and croissants. And it's just off this little alleyway here. So what we did for New Year's Eve is we grabbed some more champagne, we grabbed some nibbles, we turned the telly on, and we could watch the fireworks and also be COVID safe and have some nibbles and watch the telly as well. So this is just a few examples of some of the beautiful architecture, modern and old architecture around Kingscross. And I couldn't go past not showing you the classic enjoy Coca-Cola sign. And I did find out that in actual fact, Kingscross is where the Coca-Cola sign is, and the suburb's actually called Potts Point. So this is also, we grabbed a pre-dinner drink at the hotel beside the Holiday Inn, and it's got a whole lot of different levels, so that was fun. Another thing I recommend, and I recommend that you book this online, a jet boat ride on the harbour. Take a change of clothes. Don't take anything on board with you. You will get soaked. Hilarious fun. Make sure you put the hood on and do that up. We also went to Doyle's. We caught an Uber to Doyle's because it can be a bit tricky to get there, but oh my goodness, it was so worth it. A bit exy, but the location was beautiful. The Uber drivers we had were fantastic. I think it was about, off the top of my head, about $40 from the Holiday Inn to Doyle's, but so worth it, as you can see here, watching the sunset from Doyle's, trying to decide what to eat. Just fabulous. Beautiful staff, as you can see here, huge servings, just enormous servings. I had the salmon, which was just delicious. It was so yummy. We had a great time, so definitely worth it. Please make sure you book ahead. We sat outside, which I would recommend you sit outside if you can. We went in summer. If you can sit outside and watch the sunset, fingers crossed you get a lovely day like we did. Really worth trying to book in at Doyle's. The next day we decided to head on down, catch the train again, head on down to Circular Quay and catch the ferry across to Manly. The hotel has lots of maps that you can pick up, which are really useful. Obviously you can use Google Maps as well on your phone. Manly was quite busy in actual fact, so there was quite a few people. Oh, sorry for the finger, never mind. The classic shot of Aussie boomers travelling in Sydney. We caught the cheaper ferries, not the really expensive ferry, so it didn't cost a whole heap to get there. This is where the ferry, this is the ferry terminal in Manly. Definitely worth taking some pickies. That's the head, so that actually goes out of Sydney Harbour into the ocean. Views of Sydney. Views of the classic Opera House. So you can go and have a bit of a wander around Circular Quay and go have a look down along the harbour. And we stopped here for a drink with lovely views out across the water. So this is all around Circular Quay. This is also the entrance into Manly as well. The beach, as you can see. And then where the ferry terminal is, you just walk straight across the road and down to the mall. You can walk right down to the other end of the mall, and it has more beautiful beaches and some little restaurants across the esplanade. As you can see, we were there in Christmas, so you'll see a lot of Christmas things up and about in a lot of this video. Again, a shot of the heads coming back home. And some classic Sydney shots of the harbour. Really nice though. It's nice just to jump on the ferry. There are faster ferries that can take you to Manly. They're a bit more expensive. You just need to use your Opal card. And I would definitely recommend speaking to the guys at the train stations. They'll also help you to top it up. So we put about $40, $50, about $60 on our Opal card. That got us to and from the airport, and we were on and off trains for a good 3 days. So this is us prepping for New Year's Eve. The beginnings of the fireworks, and let me tell you, they were spectacular. About 6, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, about 6 tons of fireworks was used. Apparently the biggest one they've ever had. And also I think it was about $6 million, which is a lot of money, but they were spectacular. The other thing that was really interesting was, as the fireworks were going off, we actually put our hands up against the windows and we could feel the windows vibrating. It was just crazy, and we could hear people on rooftops everywhere screaming, yelling, oohing, ahhing. So you didn't miss out on that atmosphere as well. So this was the whole reason why we chose this hotel, was to watch in a COVID safe way. The next day we caught the ferry to Cockatoo Island. You can pick up a map at the Visitor Information Centre. It has a really interesting history. It has a convict history. It also has an Australian naval history. The reason we went there was obviously to look at the convict history, but also Billy was in the Navy, and he actually was worked on this island, so we wanted to go have a look. But look, it's worth it. It's got a little cafe. Really, we spent probably, I don't know, 3 hours just wandering around. There's an audio tour you can pick up, and you can just walk around, follow the numbers. Lots of pickies, lots of pictures of its history, of its convict history. It has some sad history as well, but you know, I guess that's what it's all about, is to learn about all of that as well. So it was really interesting. On our way back, we decided to stop in for high tea. So this is on the top floor of the QVB building. It was really beautiful after a hot day at Cockatoo Island. Beautiful Royal Albert, stunning silverware. We couldn't eat it all, so we ended up taking, they gave us little doggy bags and we took them back to the hotel. The sandwiches were stunning. It was just beautiful. So the 4th floor of the QVB building, which is right in the middle of Sydney, it's a beautiful building, so I really do recommend that you go and have a look at just the building itself, the stained glass, the Tesla floors. It's all very high end. So the next day, this was our last day, so we didn't have a flight until the night time, so we wandered down to the rocks again. I picked up the map at the hotel. The hotel was fantastic also. They stored our luggage until our 7 o'clock flight, so they were fabulous with that. So we went and had a look at the rocks in Sydney, which is, again, just get to Circular Quay, and when you get off at Circular Quay, it's on the right-hand side, the opposite side of the Opera House. Really worth having a look at. Our friends picked up some fantastic artwork there, beautiful pubs for meals. Well, it wasn't on when we were there, but there's also markets as well. So we also stopped off on our way back to the hotel. You can also stop off at Darling Harbour and the new Barangaroo Centre. This was the Sporting Globe, where we stopped for a quick drink and rested our feet. This is back at the rocks again. As you can see, these are all eating places along here. They also have a beautiful section which is all, again, very high end. Your Tiffany's, your Gucci's, your Louis Vuitton. This is one of the oldest hotels in the Rocks. There's also the Contemporary Art Museum. We also got, there was a crystal shop and we got some tarot card reading as well. So that was a bit of fun to see what we're going to be up to for the next year or so. In behind here, in this shop, there's another beautiful, there's lots of little sort of arcades hidden behind the main strip. So if you go and explore though, there's one that's called it used to be the old hospital, and there's the surgeon's walk, the nurses lane, and in or behind here, it's just coming up. In behind there are some beautiful old arcades and artwork shops as well. One of the oldest pubs in Sydney is in the Rocks, and that's called the Waterloo. That's worth having a look at as well. But as you can see, these are some of the little places to explore. So get lost. You've got a map. You've got Google Maps. Get lost. Go for a wander. Go have a look. Yeah, it's fabulous. So this is the view from the Circular Quay train station. The Sydney Transport was so fantastic, so easy to read. The transport staff were fantastic. It was all colour coded, really efficient. The longest I think we ever had to wait for any train was about 5 minutes. So we had a fantastic trip. This is us flying home. So if you want to go to Sydney and have a look at the fireworks, so just to have a look around, Sydney and explore, I thoroughly recommend it.